We welcome the University of Tampa men's basketball team from left to right. We have Rashad Callaway, head coach Richard Schmidt, Rudy Jean, and Callum Townsend. We can start by allowing Coach to give his expectations on the season and just a general outlook on the 2010-11 season.
Well, this year we've got a lot of guys back from a year ago, which we had a down season, but we had a lot of freshmen last year, young kids that had never played before. I think they're a lot better. I think they've improved, and as long as we keep the right attitude and work hard, I think we got a chance. We brought in some good freshmen that'll play a little bit at this time, and I think if everybody keeps headed in the right direction, that the team, we're not big, again, we're not going to have a lot of size, but we've got some tough guys that will compete, and a lot of good things can happen if they stick together and play together all year long.
Okay, we'll start.
Questions?
Coach, Rashad next year is a preseason All-American. Now, traditionally, you've had a number of outstanding point guards. Kevin Starnes, assist leader, guys that have played pro ball, good point guards. Where does Rashad rank in that tradition?
Well, I don't ever like to compare one player in the past to another, but he's one of the best that's ever played here because his biggest, attribute, you would say, is that his knowledge of the game. He's a smart player, understands what's going on, he understands what you're trying to do offensively, he understands what the other team's trying to do. All of those things are what make Rashad outstanding. He's quick, he can pass, and he can handle the ball, all of that stuff, as we know. But I think overall his competitiveness and understanding of what's going on and being able to think under pressure and do things is what makes him an outstanding point guard. And he, throughout his career to this point, he's had a lot of big games where he's made winning shots. Reggie Larry was another guy that we had to play for us that made a lot of big shots to win games. But Rashad, he's one of those people that wants the ball, more like a Michael Jordan, who said, I might miss, but also I might make them, and I want the ball in tough, clutch situations. Some people run away from those kind of situations, but Rashad doesn't run away from them. I think he's got a chance to be one of the best that's ever played here, but he's got to keep working hard and make this year even better than it's been in the past. He had a lot of great games last year, and this year, I'm not sure if he'll score as much as he did last year. But that doesn't mean he won't be a better player than he was last year, because we have more guys, I think, this year that can contribute in scoring a little bit more, and they're a little bit older and doing a better job, I think, than we did last year.
Yeah, and I'll ask your players, to start with Rashad. After what you experienced last year as a team, can you measure the impact of the returning players versus the new players? Because it seems like the new players are adding some athleticism and depth. So how would you measure the impact from the two groups if you could do it that way?
I would say the returning players are going to help out more along with the offense and the system more, because we've been here longer. And we got, 5 seniors. So we've been here for a long time together. Also got Callum, he's a sophomore. He started almost every game last year. So that's going to help us. And the returning, the new players, such as Anthony Griffiths, freshman Stephon Barfield, they're going to have a great impact on us because, as you said, Anthony Griffiths, has a lot of athleticism. He has a 7-foot wingspan. He's only 6'3", 6'4". So that's going to help us out on the boards, as well as defensively. He could be a great defensive stopper if he puts his mind to it. Also, Stephon Barfield, he's 6'5", 6'6", kind of a bigger guy. He'll help us out more down low with the banging bodies with the other big men in the conference, because we're going to need a guy like that on the board. And also we're keen on 6'7", 6'8", Ted Amendola. He's a sophomore too. Last year he really didn't play that much, but he's also another guy that's big inside and that can help us out on the boards and stuff. And that's what we really need. That's what we liked last year, was size and defensive prowess and a big man down low.
That's pretty thorough. You sound like you could be a coach pretty soon. Rudy, can you add anything to that?
I felt like last year our players didn't know how it felt to lose, and we definitely experienced that last year. So this year, we all the return players are more focused, more determined to play harder, and know what exactly it takes to win each game. And for our new players, Rashad definitely forgot about Fred Woods, who used to play here, but he's coming back this year, and second semester, he's gonna make a big impact with us, definitely.
So, and then Callum, you could look at it from a size perspective. As you were one of the bigger players last year, now you have a few more bodies to help that role, and you like to shoot outside. So it changes up your game a little bit.
It does. There's definitely a lot more help inside there. Last year I was pretty much playing the 5 all game long, and I got a lot more help this year, especially when Fred comes back and other people come back. So everyone's roles are a little bit relieved now.
Callum, you were a freshman last year, and the season probably didn't go exactly how you guys wanted it to, but can you speak a little about what you learned that year?
Definitely learned a lot. Learned how much I hate losing. That's one of the major things I learned, and that's what's driven us to work so hard in the off season and so far in the preseason to try and win some more games this year and be a much more competitive team in this conference.
Rashad averaged, I think, 34.1 minutes per game last year. I guess for Coach or Rudy, is that an area where you want to kind of drop that a little bit, get him a little more of a break, or?
Well, we would like for him not to have to play that many minutes. I think, we've got 3 or 4 point guards. Rudy can play quite a few minutes, and they're going to play together a lot this year, more than they did last year. We had Manir last year early, and then, we made some, once we lost him, it really hurt us because we never really got the situation back to where it was when we had Manir. But this year, I think Rudy will play a lot more. We have a freshman kid that's going to play some, and even some of our other new guys will play at the guard position. But I think, for me as a coach, it's hard for me to take Rashad out, and I got to make myself give him more rest, because he needs some rest down the stretch of games. I think that's important. Last year he wasn't able to finish games as strong as he did years before when he didn't have to play so many minutes, and my goal this year is to keep him fresher for down the stretch of the games. I think he'll be much stronger at that point.
For Rashad and Rudy, you guys are both seniors. What goals are you guys really trying to accomplish before you leave here at ET, and what kind of legacy are you guys trying to leave behind for the players that will be playing behind you?
My goal is to definitely win the conference championship. That's my number 1 goal right now, and to get a bid in the NCAA tournament. So that's basically our goal, my goal, and hopefully that's our team's goal.
Yeah. Back to what Rudy said, basically we definitely want to get a conference championship, and we want to get an NCAA bid, but also we want to make it to the Elite 8. We had some goals that we set beginning of the year, and one of the goals was we wrote Springfield. That's Springfield, Massachusetts. That's where the Elite 8 is held. So definitely looking forward to getting the season underway and trying to get to Springfield and reach our goals.